Come along with me as I show you my full routine for soft hair. So this is the routine that I use on the days that I want my hair to feel its best without sacrificing how it looks. I use the Not Your Mother's Kids Curly shampoo and conditioner on this day, but you can use any shampoo and conditioner that works well for your hair type. This is just what works well for me. I forgot to show the conditioner, but I did switch to conditioner in here, and I apply conditioner from my roots all the way to the ends, and then I use a wet brush to help align my hair. And I tend to get a lot of like loose hairs that come out on my fingers in this process, just because they don't fall out between wash days because I'm using mousse or gel. So a lot of this is just getting those loose hairs off of my head. Then I switch upside down. I have a tiny shower, so I step out of my shower but lean my head over into the water to get my hair aligned the way that I want it to, so that it's easier to plait. I use my fingers sort of to comb my hair off the back of my scalp, just to make sure that the hair doesn't stay stuck to the back of my head. And then I start flipping my hair from side to side, and I look up completely like at the ceiling from both sides. This swinging motion comes from Wavy Curly Courtney, and it's a great way to help get hair off the back of your head. And then I scrunch to get excess water out and to encourage my waves. And then I move into the bedroom to plait my hair. So now I wait 10 minutes. Oops, there go my glasses. I'm gonna use this towel that I plopped with, and I'm gonna micro plop with it, which is just to squeeze out excess water from my hair. If I was going to use a leave-in, I would use it right now. I almost never use a leave-in. My hair skews over moisturized and just doesn't tangle, doesn't get dry, so I don't use one. I literally just use a styler. And for a really soft routine, this Cake the Curl Whip Mousse is just the best thing I found. It leaves my hair super soft. It lasts all day. I can refresh with it on day 2 by just adding it directly to my totally dry hair, and it still will not feel producty on day 2 and even day 3 when I refresh twice in a row. It's just the best product that I found that holds my hair well while keeping it super soft. So when I want my best feeling hair, this is what I always reach for. I have really dense hair, so I use a ton of this. If you have less density or shorter hair or both, this might be way too much for you, but my hair takes a lot. I'm gonna do that about 4 times. I use prayer hands and then scrunch. I have a video where I went over different application techniques. This is kind of what I've stuck with, even though I did find some of those other techniques to be really good as well, especially the twisting one. And I tend to add from both sides as I go. I kind of just did this side, so now I guess I'll get up on the bed so that I can stay in frame and show you the other side, and kind of flip to the opposite side. And glaze over the top, kind of with prayer hands. Actually, I think glazing is the proper term. Prayer hands would be more smushing than what I'm doing. I'm just like very gently glazing. And then scrunching it in. I'm just going to repeat that. I've done both sides. I'm going to do both sides again just because my hair really eats this stuff up. And in order to get tight results like I want, I need a lot. So again, this is the second time that I'm focusing on this side of my hair. And my last handful, I'll flip back to the other side standing. Just to try to get even coverage. And I make sure to scrunch all the way up to my roots, because if you just kind of scrunch down here, it doesn't work the product or get it scrunched in all the way to your roots. And I want product to go all the way up and to be absorbed all the way up. The hair in my mouth. Okay, so flipping sides again. And before I start diffusing, I'll fix my part where I want it. So I'm not really worried about where my hair is falling in terms of my part right now. And I'm just going to scrunch this in. I won't show it all to you just to speed up the video. So now that I have worked in the amount of mousse that I want, I'm going to correct my part. And obviously this would just be wherever you want it. I used to do a side part. I go more for a center part these days most of the time. That was pretty simple. Mess with any parts that feel wonky, because this is how your hair is going to lay once you are done diffusing. Sometimes, but not always, I will re-scrunch my hair before diffusing. It does feel a little elongated, so I am gonna do that. This is risking removing some product, which is a little bit of a gamble, but my hair was feeling stretched out. And that's a great thing you can do if you know that you use too much, is you can micro plop like that to remove the excess product on purpose. Now I'm just going to move into diffusing. I use low speed and low heat on my Dyson. I would use a little higher and wouldn't worry about it on most other blow dryers, but this one's just really intense, so it will like be painful if I use a higher heat. I diffuse my hair sort of in quarters of my head just to like keep track of where I've been. I do front left, front right, back left, and back right to make sure that I get everything. Pepperoni is making her cameo, but I'll show you how I load it, like 1/4 of my hair, and then we'll just kind of speed up the rest because this is by far the longest part of my routine. It takes like 45 minutes to an hour, so obviously I'm not going to include all of that. But so I just take roughly 1/4 of my hair, and I just start at the bottom and let it fall into its natural pattern, and I hold it up against my scalp. And I'll do about 5 minutes in each of the 4 quarters to start with to kind of set and get like the very beginnings of a cast, and then I'll just keep like circling around my head after that until it's like almost completely dry. My hair has been diffused, and I've waited the extra time to just make 1000% sure that it is completely dry, and I am ready to scrunch out the crunch. This mousse leaves a light cast over all of my hair, and it really is just like a 1, maybe 2 scrunch and it's gone type of a cast. I feel like my clumps are definitely smaller, like thinner, than they usually are with this. I think probably due to me filming this process, which I don't usually do. I think I probably plopped my hair for longer than 10 minutes because I was like getting my camera set up and like switching from the bathroom into here, and that probably added more time. So basically I probably plopped for too long or longer than I prefer, and I think that resulted in my hair getting a little bit too dry before I added my mousse in, and I didn't catch it, or I could have just like re-wet it, but it is what it is. I'll have to kind of learn as I go. It's a real ordeal trying to film a routine as opposed to just like a sit down where I'm just like ready to go. So now my hair with this, it really feels like there's nothing in my hair. Or if there's something, it's like 5% of something. It feels so different than how my hair can feel with some gels, which is really, really nice if you are going for hair that feels its best. Another trick that I found with this is if I can sacrifice a little bit of how my hair feels, but I still want it to mostly be soft and I want it to like really fully maximize tightness and also reduce frizz, I will use a very small amount of a hard hold gel first and then use this. And using a hard hold sticky gel, I like to use the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk hard hold version that's exclusive to Ulta with the purple cap, because that gel really helps get big clumps, really tight clumps. But if I just use that, if I use enough of that gel to get a full cast, my hair will be really gel-ish feeling. It won't feel soft and natural at all. But I can use a little bit of that to kind of get a little bit of that extra tightness and extra stickiness that helps with thick curl clumps and also helps reduce frizz, and then use this for the majority of what I'm using in my hair so that it's still quite soft. And that can be like a really nice balance sometimes. But I also just love using this by itself for really soft, really natural feeling hair that I'm comfortable with how it looks too. And I also just really love using this as a refresh because it does not add like a productiness or a stickiness to my hair when I add it dry, because if I wet my hair, then I have to diffuse again for like half an hour or something. Whereas if I just use mousse on dry hair, it obviously gets it damp again, but I can then diffuse for like 10 minutes or less and my hair will be back to completely dry. I love a quick refresh because I'm not about fully diffusing my hair every day. It's just too time consuming for my hair type, at least. I'm super jealous of people who can diffuse for 10 minutes on wash day and like go from totally soaking wet to dry that quickly. That would make my routine so much easier. But I also wanted to share some other products that I have found to be really great for getting hair that feels really soft. And so with these, I would just use them in place of this mousse. That's kind of my norm, is shampoo, rinse out conditioner, and then just one styler is what I do the vast majority of the time. So these are other products that I've also found to be good hold and good results, but that don't leave my hair feeling like firm or producty at all. And a lot of them are pink packaging for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. So this is the Dippity Doo Girls with Curls Jelly. This is available on Amazon, and the other place I found it is TJ Maxx. I believe in some areas like Marshall's or places like that would also have it. At TJ Maxx, they sell it for $6, and it's always in stock at my TJ Maxx. It's like closer to $12 or so on Amazon, so I always get it locally. The other is the Berto Giannini. I'm probably super screwing that up. Curl Jelly. This I've read is at Rite Aid. I don't have a Rite Aid super close to me, so I get it on Amazon. I think it's under $10. This does give me pretty skinny curl clumps, but my hair feels super, super soft with this. This one is a little tiny bit of a gel feeling, but for a long time, this was my go-to for soft hair because it was like the best I had tried for quite a while before finding that mousse, and then super recently found this gel, well, in the last year. And then another one, if you're not as worried about price, I'm a cheap person, but Inner Sense is a little pricey. This is a trial size or travel size, but their I Create Hold Gel is quite similar to this, in my opinion. These both give a really light cast, but have pretty good hold. If you are like me and at least some of the time enjoy using products that leave your hair feeling its best, let me know what products or what you do in your routine to assist with getting that result. To mention that, I do think that when it comes to how my hair feels, the biggest difference is the products. I usually am routine over products. I think routine is often more important than products, but I do think that your styling product has a huge impact on how your hair is going to feel. And so when the focus is specifically on making my hair feel its best, my focus is on choosing the right products. But if you think I'm wrong about that, if you have found certain routine changes that result in getting softer feeling hair, I'd be super curious what those are too. Also, I just wanted to mention that I am now doing individual hair consults via email. You can email me questions, and for $20, I answer them. I used to try doing this and keeping up with this just for free, but it's just gotten to be too overwhelming. And it just occurred to me some people do that on video and they charge a lot more than that. And so I thought, like, I'm getting a lot of emails. I prefer email because it's just more comfortable for me. I'm kind of got some social anxiety issues. So if you would like to ask me personal advice about your hair, you can check out my blog, wavyhaircare.com. There's a contact button on the top of my menu bar, and you can contact me via email, and then I will go ahead and share with you how we can go about getting that consult. I would love to work with you on addressing whatever concerns you have about your hair right now. Other than that, I will see you guys next time.